Hello and welcome to the September 2025 edition of SPS Global Insights Report, intended to inform you of critical incidents around the world relating to kidnap, ransom, extortion and piracy. We begin in Southeast Asia, where piracy in the Singapore Strait has surged, threatening one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. Between January and August 2025, there were 96 reported incidents of piracy and armed robbery, compared to just 21 during the same period in 2024. Over 90% occurred at night, with bulk carriers and tankers in the eastbound lane near the Phillip Channel most often targeted. Criminals, often in small wooden boats, exploit reduced vessel speeds in congested waters. More than half of crews reported encountering firearms or bladed weapons, while some were tied up or assaulted, showing a steady escalation from simple thefts towards more violent tactics. Despite joint patrols by Indonesia, Singapore and Malaysia, threats remain. Within just 3 hours on the 1st of July, 3 ships were boarded within a 3-mile radius of each other, demonstrating how groups can quickly exploit choke point geography and limited response times. With global economic strain emboldening offenders and enforcement struggling to keep pace with traffic density, opportunistic boardings and crew assaults are expected to persist, entrenching piracy in the Singapore Strait as an endemic threat to commercial shipping. Turning to cyberspace, where criminals and state actors are reshaping the cyber kidnap for ransom landscape. Deepfake impersonations of executives are surging, with 51% of security professionals reporting incidents in 2025. Affordable AI tools now allow convincing voice and video forgeries. Fueling CEO fraud scams and complex social engineering can trick employees into wiring funds or disclosing sensitive data. Beyond digital scams, fabricated media is increasingly used for blackmail. Ransomware tactics are also evolving. The SafePay group, emerging in late 2024, has already claimed more than 200 victims across sectors including manufacturing and healthcare. Its June attack on Ireland's K-Club resort combined data theft, system encryption and leaked files to maximise pressure, a model of double extortion that is becoming the norm. Meanwhile, state-sponsored groups are intensifying campaigns. In May, the FBI exposed Salt Typhoon, a Chinese-linked espionage actor targeting at least 200 US organizations and victims in over 80 countries, siphoning data and disrupting supply chains. Looking ahead, executives, high-value businesses, and critical infrastructure remain prime targets, as AI-driven impersonation, ransomware, and state-backed campaigns continue to raise both the scale and sophistication of cyber threats. Finally, we turn to Ukraine, where kidnap and extortion threats remain acute but vary sharply between Russian-controlled east and government-held west. In the occupied territories, arbitrary detentions, torture and child abductions have become systemic tools of control. The OSCE recently documented new cases of wrongful imprisonment, with victims targeted for links to the Ukrainian military or insufficient deference to Russian authorities. Detainees are often denied contact with families and subjected to abuse, while residents without Russian passports face extortion at checkpoints, a practice fueling Moscow's passportization campaign. At the same time, Ukraine alleges more than 19,000 children have been taken into Russia since 2022, with some held in facilities as far east as Magadan. Many are subjected to re-education and in some cases military training, a tactic that blurs child abduction with cultural and military indoctrination. In Ukraine's free western regions, threats are primarily corruption-driven. Over 1,600 complaints of mobilization-related extortion were filed in the first 5 months of 2025, ranging from protection rackets within units to soldiers bribed to shield draft dodgers. Cyber extortion adds another layer, with more than 4,000 ransomware and data theft attacks reported in 2024, underscoring the persistent vulnerability present across Ukraine. We hope our SPS Global Insights report has been of value and urge you to read the full report for a comprehensive overview of the SPS Kidnapping, Piracy and Ransom Bulletin. Stay tuned for next month's edition.